Well, I'm Janet Hibbs Jones, and I'm a substitute teacher here in the Columbus system. I retired from Hastings in 2000, and so this is 23 years of subbing. It's a long time. As he knelt to well, for one thing, you have to follow what the teacher has down for her plans, and most of the teachers will say, like today when I was saying to the kids, your teacher says crisscross applesauce, I try to use the kind of things that she has set up for her discipline, but it also has to work for me and my style too. But I just try to follow her plans and try to make the kids as comfortable as possible, because for some kids, it's not easy to have a sub. I think you want to have the discipline. It's really important to have control of a classroom, but that doesn't mean that you have to be nasty to the kids. You try to get it through different methods, try different things with them, and there'll be some good days and there'll be some not so good days. The teacher marks the thing over there, and what I do is I just write if a class. Oh, I think in being fair in the treatment with kids, sometimes if you don't want to embarrass a child, that you think back to your own days in school and who were you the happiest with, who did you enjoy in class the most. Even if you've done something wrong, it's the way the teacher handles it. They keep it private, or just to remind a whole class. Once in a while you may have to point out, I see some boys over here, I see some girls over here, need to remember the rules, but you're not really humiliating a child. You sound kind of scared. Oh no! Well, I'd like them to say we had a sub today, and she was very nice. Or we had some fun with her today. We enjoyed ourselves with her. I'll tell you one time though, when I was teaching kindergarten, I'll tell you a funny story. This was really hot the beginning of the year, and kids didn't take their drinking bottles with them today like they do today. So we had to go to the drinking fountain and get drinks, and we're trying to get back to class. And I'm saying to the kids now, can we we're on the line, gonna get our drinks, and get a quick drink, get a quick drink. Get a quick drink. So this little boy goes home. Mother said, what did you do in school today? And he says, we got quick drinks. Yeah, we should keep hands to yourself. I don't know. For me, like I know some people, they say when their career is over, they're done. They're not going back to that classroom. But I like to see what kids are doing today. You and I talk about, you have a child, I have a great-grandchild now. He's going to be growing up in a system. I kind of like to know what kind of things are the schools going to be working with him on. I think if you can relax a little bit and enjoy, you shouldn't sub if you don't like it, because it's a hard thing. You're coming in, the kids don't know you, you're going to do it different than their teacher, and you don't know the different traits of different children. So being flexible, I think, but still trying to enjoy the day with the kids, but still letting them know you mean business. We're here for school, but we'll be fair and have a good time. I like to use a little humor, make it fun. And then you're going to put a M for the middle, and then you're going to put maybe a little more patience. I think when you get older, I will say this, you see things, some things that seem so important at one point in time when you were much younger, they're still important, but other things crowd in, and I think you should become a little more flexible. I think some people, when they get older, they get more straight and narrow, but you should be more flexible. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and happy. You're going to be an art major, or I was going to be a music major, and then because I played piano since started piano when I was 5 years old, and I really played some pretty hard music, and I thought about going on, and I thought I was standing in the line at Wesleyan, and I thought, I don't want to be a professional musician, because for one thing, I don't know if I'm good enough. I might be, but that's the kind of life I'd have to live. I'd already met the man thought I wanted to marry, and did, and I thought, I want to have a family. Whatever I do, I want to have a family. I want to work with kids, and so I changed my mind, right there in the line. And it just is important, I think, to kind of think ahead, what kind of a life would you like to live, and not be afraid of change.